everybody, it's Alyssa. Welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm kind of doing something a little different. This is more of like a vlog style video, but it's still animal related. So I normally do craft style vlogs on my main channel, but since this is animal related, I'm keeping it here because I know a lot of you guys would probably like to see something like this. So in today's video, I'm basically just vlogging me trying to learn how to make guinea pig liners because I feel like it would be fun to watch someone learn how to do it and possibly learn from like their mistakes. So if you watched, I don't know if it's my last video or not because I don't even know when this video is going to be uploaded, but I bought a bunch of fabric from Joann's and Walmart, and I wanted to use the fabric to practice making my own like pee pads, liners, beds, hammocks, stuff like that, so I don't have to keep buying really expensive stuff online. I can just make it. This fabric is really not that expensive, and I already had all of the sewing stuff, so if I already had all the materials, why not? I have this huge storage unit right here I also showed in my haul, and I'm going to build this, and I'm going to put it where my shoes are sitting. Basically, I'll just move my shoes back to my closet, and I'm gonna put the storage unit right there, and I'm gonna put all of my fabrics and sewing stuff into this drawer cabinet, and then I'm just gonna try to learn how to make my own liners. I'm going to start with pee pads first. The first thing I think I want to make is a little pad bed for this. I bought this doll bed from IKEA for my guinea pigs. I'm gonna buy another one soon. I want to make a little bed for the bed, like a little blanket for the bed, and I also want to make a pad to go underneath it, so it's kind of like a bunk bed. I don't know how tall these beds go, so I don't know if they can go underneath it or not, but I at least want to make a couple little blankets for the bed. I feel like it's so cute. So that's like the first thing I'm gonna try to practice on. I want to practice with smaller things, and then eventually I'll get bigger and bigger where hopefully I can make like a 2x4 liner or something like that, and a liner that'll fit my cage perfectly. So yeah, let's go ahead and start building this, and then I'll build the bed, and then I have to wait till the rest of my materials come in. The sewing machine that I am using is from when I was in like late middle school, early high school, and I lost all of the like pieces to it, like all of the bobbins and the needles, and I lost that power cord. I have no idea where the power cord is, and the little power steppy thing. So I literally lost everything but the sewing machine, so I had to rebuy all of those parts, but those are coming in the mail today and tomorrow. So I probably won't be able to make anything until tomorrow, but I at least wanted to go ahead and build this. So let's go ahead and do it. Okay guys, it's the next day, and this is the little area that I made with the sewing stuff that I have, and I actually found my footstool and power cord and everything, so I can go ahead and get started earlier than I thought I would be able to. So this sewing machine is going to be moved over to my desk when I am sewing, but when I'm not sewing, I'm just gonna put it over here to save space. I bought these fancy fabric scissors. They're huge, and then I found this old sewing kit that I had. So yeah, I put all of that up here. Then I put my fabrics here, up at the top here. You can see all the dog hair all over it. And then basically I have one empty one, and then I filled the rest with the U-Haul pads. So I do have an empty square for some more stuff. I'm going to practice on these old fabrics that I already have, and they're already wicked. I got these from Walmart like 2 months ago, I think, and I've washed them so many times and used them so many times, and I want to turn them into liners. So I think I'm gonna practice with this one first because I don't care about this fabric as much as like my Halloween one, and I'm going to practice making some pee pads with this fabric. It's a couple hours later and I went to go set up my old sewing machine and I started like, you know, threading the bobbin and everything, and then I realized that I am missing like 2 or 3 huge parts that go inside of the sewing machine that I guess lost over the years of traveling through apartments with it and not using it. And I looked up the parts and each part is like $30 to $40 each. It's an old sewing machine and honestly it's just cheaper to buy a brand new sewing machine. So that is literally what I went to go do. I went to Michael's first and they had absolutely nothing, which sucks because I had a 40% off coupon, but I went to Walmart and they had a lot of Singer sewing machines. They also had a couple Brother ones, but a lot of you guys told me that Singer is better than Brother in like other people's opinions. So I already had a Singer, so I figured I would just go ahead and stick with the same company because I know it's a good sewing machine. And I got the Singer M3220 and it looks almost similar to the one that I have currently. And it was in my price range and I am pretty excited. I mean, a brand new sewing machine is always great. So yeah, I was gonna go ahead and open it for you guys so you can see what's inside. I just uploaded my animal supplies haul and a lot of you guys asked if I could show what sewing machine that I'm using and everything like that. So you're literally gonna be able to see an unboxing right here. This video is gonna be super long, by the way, guys. But you guys like my long videos anyway, so I think it's gonna be fine. So yeah, the sewing machine was like $99 rounded up to $100, which I feel like is a pretty good price. All the other sewing machines they had at Walmart was like $250. It's not really in my price range currently. So this one seemed good. So it has a bunch of stuff on the top of what comes inside of it, but I'm just gonna go ahead and open it. I don't even remember when I got my last sewing machine. Like I was probably like late middle school, early high school. So I don't even have these manuals and stuff anymore for my other sewing machine. So I'm glad to just start over and get a new one, honestly. It just makes it easier. This is definitely heavier than my other one and it's a little bit bigger too. It's like round. Mochi, I'm doing an unboxing. He just sat right here.
Yes, you did.
Okay, well, it looks like Mochi is doing an unboxing of this sewing machine. So it looks exactly like my other sewing machine. It is a little bit heavier and it looks a little bit fancier. I believe the sewing machine that I had before at the time was only like $50 to $60. So this one's a little bit more expensive. And I'll show a close-up of it in a second. So we have a bag full of tools here. It looks like we just have like bobbins. We have the little cap thing that holds in the spool right there. We've got some needles, some new feet, a little brush to clean things off. And it looks like it also comes with a dust cover, which is actually pretty cool. I think I might make my own dust cover out of like one of my favorite fabrics or something eventually, but this is really nice so it doesn't get all dusty and stuff when you're not using it. So that's really cool that it comes with that. And then it just comes with the manuals. So here's what it looks like up close. It's really, really cute and compact. I think it's about the same size as my other one up there. So we have the stitch length thing here. We have the different types of stitches here. So it's basically the same as my other one. All of this looks very similar to my other one. So basically everything is pretty much the same and very similar. So I think it's going to be easy. And this looks like it's a different type of bobbin style. It looks like I don't even need a case for this. I can just drop the bobbin in there, which makes life so much easier. So I'm gonna go ahead and set it up where my other one was, and I'm gonna try to start making some liners. Okay guys, it's a couple hours later and I just finished my first liner. It's You could tell it's my first liner. It's not horrible though. I had at the end, I started having trouble where my thread kept coming loose from the needle and it would just like stop working and stuff, and I had to keep like rethreading it, and I was getting really frustrated. As you can see, this white line in the middle, I think I did something wrong there. It's just showing more than all the other ones. There's some holes that didn't completely go down, like the inside is sewn together, but like this outside part wasn't because it wasn't cut correctly. So there's just like little stuff that obviously I just need to keep practicing and trying, but it is super thick liner, and I'm gonna keep doing the 2 sets of U-Haul pads. I just think that it is a lot thicker than doing 1 sheet, and this will be a great pee pad to use until it falls apart. So I am going to keep trying. I want to try to make something bigger now. Pretty nervous about it because I don't know how it's going to go, but I am going to go ahead and try to make a bigger liner out of the cute little animal fabric that I have, and I'm going to see if I don't want to lose my mind, because I was kind of losing my mind a little bit at the end of this one. Had to take a little bit of a break to calm down, but I am very proud of this being my first ever like sewn project, even though it does look a little derpy. So guys, it is the next morning and I finished one of these liners last night and I never updated you guys. So here is the liner I finished making last night. It is not perfect by any means. It's very crooked and the lines aren't even and stuff like that, but it works. It's super thick. It's literally just as thick as my Guinea Dad liners. And it's about the size of a 2x4 CNC cage. It took my whole yard of fleece to make this because I double-sided it, and I made this pea pad, and then this morning I prepped 2 more to get ready to sew. So this one's gonna be about a 2x1 pea pad, and then this is a 3x1 because I have a 3x1 in the girls enclosure, a little 3x1 area. So I'm gonna start sewing these. So before I get started sewing the new items that I prepped this morning, I kind of want to go over some of the little issues and troubles I had last night making these 2, and maybe that could hopefully help you guys if you want to try to learn and you come across these little issues as well. So I was having a really bad issue with the thread coming out of the needle in the middle of me sewing, and I would have to rethread the entire top part of the machine before I could start again, and as soon as I would start again it would dethread again. So I asked for some advice. I also googled some answers and I did a couple of things. So out of my fault, I forgot to change the needle in the sewing machine to a more heavy duty needle. So before I had a 14 needle inside of the sewing machine and I changed it to an 18 heavy duty needle, and that really helped. And then I also changed change the tension from, I think I had it at 5, or I had it like 4 or 5, and I changed it to 3. And when I started the project, I always made sure the needle was at the utmost position, and I always made sure that the foot was up. And then after I would sew a little bit, I'd put the foot down, and that seemed to completely change it. And I did not have anything dethread after changing those issues. So if you are having that issue, make sure to, when you thread your needle, to pull like 6 to 10 inches of the thread from the needle, because a lot of people said that would help. And a lot of people told me to tuck the thread under the foot. So that is all the things that I did to solve the dethreading issue. And after I did that, everything went pretty smoothly. It is very awkward sewing big liners like this because there's so much material you have to work with. These corner bits are so thick that it literally barely even fits under my sewing machine, but that's mainly just because my sewing machine is pretty small. A lot of people tend to have bigger sewing machines that help with that. There are some bits where I didn't completely sew it down all the way, so there are like little holes. As you can see, there's little bits where like the thread doesn't look very good. I don't really know how to fix that, to be honest. Kind of like in all of these little areas, I don't know how to make it look seamless and pretty. It kind of just looks all knotted up and ugly, which is not a big deal considering it's just a huge pee and poop pad for guinea pigs anyway. But this is never something I would ever sell. A lot of you guys keep asking me to sell these and I would never sell something this poor quality to people. I definitely need to practice more. And I was also having a huge issue keeping the lines straight. As you can see, this is really, really wonky. I was having just a really hard time keeping it in a straight line, and this corner just looks all kinds of messed up. But like I said, this is just for my guinea pig, so I don't really care how it looks, but eventually I do want to try to make it look better. So I'm trying to practice on all of my old fleeces that have already been wicked and everything like that. These have been definitely wicked. You can tell by the way the material looks that they're wicked. And I'm pretty proud of this pea pad. The only thing I hate about it is this one white line in the middle. Everything else looks pretty good, but that one white line really annoys me. So, and then I also have like the threads and stuff. If anybody has any advice for that, definitely let me know. But I'm going to try to use all of my old fleece to make a bunch of liners with all of my old fleece. And then once I start getting better, I'm going to use my new Halloween fleece. I want my Halloween ones to look better than these because, you know, I love Halloween. So yeah, I'm going to get started and start sewing again. And this isn't a tutorial. I literally just wanted to vlog me learning for the first time. You guys can kind of see what I'm doing. Let me know if you guys would like to see like an actual tutorial. And Twyla is now using this as her bed. You can also make liners for dog crates. I'm probably gonna make some liners for my dog crates. You can also make cat and dog beds out of stuff like this. I mean, obviously my cat loves it. My dogs have been laying on them too. So they don't have to be just for guinea pigs. They can be for your rats, they can be for ferrets, they can be for literally any animal, honestly. And most animals are going to enjoy it. And I'm just gonna leave it here for Twyla to sit on because she really likes it. Hey guys, it is the next morning and I wanted to update you guys on what I have made so far. I have a whole stack here. This is my huge stack of liners here. So as you guys saw, I made 2 smaller pads, and then last night or yesterday I finished this like 3x1 liner, which is probably one of my best ones, I think. It's not perfectly straight, but it's good. And then I have my 2x4-ish one here, and then the one that I just finished is this one here. This one is like a 3x2, 3x4, something like that. I don't know, I kind of just cut the remaining fabric. There was a hole in this fleece because this is an old fleece, so this side is going to be at the bottom and I could sew it together. I'm just too lazy right now. This one's definitely my best one. I think the stitching looks the best and it's all about the same all the way around, and I'm pretty proud of it. I really like this one. This is just a really old fleece that I had that I would use just as like a garbage fleece, if that makes any sense, like one that you would just use with your animals and stuff. So I decided to go ahead and turn it into a liner because I knew that I could make a pretty big one from that fabric. So now with the fabric and liners that I have made so far, I'm going to go ahead and clean and decorate my animal enclosure for the week. And I'm going to use the new liners that I made. I am still going to be working on making more, but for right now, I made these so I can go ahead and change their liners for the week. Excuse the way I look. I just took a shower, so my hair is all crazy, but all of the guinea pigs are currently eating their dinner, but I wanted to show you what the liners look like inside of their cage, and I posted a couple pictures on Instagram, but I wanted to show you what it looked like in person. So here we have Kevin's cage. I put all of the new liners into his cage, so I have the Woodland Creatures fabric, and then on top of it I have the pink one that I made today, and then I put this like water pee pad underneath the water bottle because the water bottle leaks a lot. So Kevin is eating his dinner currently, and I really like this material right here. It's very thick fleece, and as soon as Kevin like laid down on it, he just spread all of his legs and he just seemed very happy. And then over here I have Guinea Dad liner. This liner was not made by me. This was made by Snuggle Pets Boutique on Etsy. They sent me this awesome liner. So I believe it's like a 2x5 liner because I mean, it takes up a lot of space. But I put my 1x3 liner over there and it fits absolutely perfect. I'm very proud of that. It literally fit perfectly. It had a little bit of extra room, which is what I wanted. The girls are eating their dinner. Spice really likes her IKEA bed. They haven't tried to jump on top of the IKEA bed yet. It is definitely tall enough for them to jump onto. It is very short to the ground, but I figured they would use it more as a like little canopy to hide underneath, which is completely fine. I really like the way the bed looks and it's super cute. The boys up here just have Guinea Dad liners, but I did use this pee pad underneath their water bottle. I had to order another water bottle in the mail because the girls started really getting aggressive over their water bottles. Spice was like attacking Pumpkin over the water bottle, so I decided to give one of the boys' water bottles to them just because the boys don't fight over their water bottles. But I do have another one coming in the mail, and they just have their Guinea Dad liners, and then they also have the Cavi Cage loft liner right there, which is super cute. So I'm very happy with the way everything has came out so far. I'm very proud of the liners that I have made. Now I just need to make very specific size liners from now on. Like I want to make a liner that, well, 2 liners that'll fit Kevin's cage perfectly. So basically make 2x3s, if that makes sense, to put one here and one here out of the Halloween fabric. And then I want to do the same with the boys enclosure where I basically make like 2 liners that kind of separate it, and same with the girls too. So yeah, they all seem very happy. I am very happy to be able to make my own liners. I'm going to try to make some more with the fleece that I am currently washing because I just changed out their bedding. So I do have some flannel fleece that I want to make some more liners with as well before I get started with the Halloween fabric. Everybody, I hope you enjoyed this little vlog of me trying to learn how to make guinea pig liners. Kevin and the girls have been using the liners for a couple days now, and they seem to be holding up really well. There has been no liquid seeping underneath the layers or anything like that. I think I made them pretty perfect thickness to where it handles water very well, and everyone seems to really be enjoying it. I am very proud of myself for how quickly I picked up sewing, but do keep in mind, I used to sew when I was a kid. Like when I was in middle school, I used to sew and I used to make myself clothes. So I already had a little bit of experience with sewing. So if you're completely new, it's going to be a little bit different than like obviously someone like me who has done it in the past before and has already known the basics. So if you do want to make your own liners yourself, there are so many great tutorials on YouTube on how to set up a sewing machine. You literally get a manual with your sewing machine that shows you how to set it up, everything that you need. It usually comes with everything that you need, and it's not as hard as it looks. So don't get discouraged. I started getting really discouraged the second day I was sewing because I broke 3 needles. 3 heavy duty needles I broke. So always buy extra needles for sure. That's something that I had to do because I broke 3 of them within a span of 10 minutes because my fabric was too thick. So keep in mind, if you make your fabric way too thick, your cheaper sewing machines probably won't be able to handle it. Mine can't really handle like the really thick parts. So do keep that in mind. If you have a more expensive sewing machine, usually they can handle thicker materials, but mine can't really handle like a lot of layers of the fabric. If you want like a specific tutorial on how to do everything, definitely let me know down below. I'm gonna practice some more before I do a whole tutorial for you guys, but I will be posting pictures on my pet Instagram of like liners that I have made off camera and stuff, so you guys can kind of see like my progress and what my liners look like throughout time. But I feel like I have been doing so much better with keeping straight lines and everything, and I'm very, very proud of myself for it. If you have any questions, feel free to comment down below. If you are a like professional sewer and you have any advice down below, feel free to give that for everyone as well. Please keep in mind that I'm doing this just to save money basically, because like in the long run you will be saving so much money making liners yourself. The initial cost of like buying the sewing machine and the fabrics and everything can be a little pricey, but it's still cheaper than buying like 2 liners, because a Guinea dad liner is like $70 and you can get a sewing machine for $70 and fabric is like 15. Like you can make like so many liners for the price of one with your own fabric and your own materials. If you own a lot of guinea pigs, I really recommend trying to go towards the route of making your own liners, because in the long run you'd just be saving so much money. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for more content, of course. I'm going to try to bond the girls and Kevin again together this weekend, so there will be a bonding video probably coming soon, hopefully, if I can bond them. There will be another snail video coming soon and a couple other guinea pig videos that I have planned, and then I also have some rat videos planned as well. So if you guys enjoy this channel and you want to support me and my animals, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below because it's free and that's the easiest way to support me and my animals. And also feel free to hit the like button and comment down below. Make sure to check out all of my social medias down below, and I also have other channels down below as well. But I love you guys so much and I'll see you next time. Bye guys!